What up to my new subscribers? What's happening? Thanks for subscribing. I'm at what 758 now. That's cool. That's cool. Saying now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do? Heavy D, man. With it now. Yeah. Yes, I am, and do not get in the way of my camera because I cannot record you. As a matter of fact, go away. I'll talk to you guys later. Anyways, so Phil Jackson, right? Phil, you guys. Phil Jackson lost his job. I'm gonna tell you something. Phil Jackson didn't really want that job. Probably didn't need it. You know what I'm saying? New York. He didn't want that job. Listen, you don't keep messing up at a job if you want it. You don't try to, talk down to your number one player on your team, which is Melo. And I hope he doesn't go anywhere. Hope he stays right where he is because we need him to be there for ticket sales. So I don't think he's leaving. I think the NBA is going to keep him there because he's a major ticket draw. You don't disappear and just not want to be there at all, which is what Phil Jackson would do. You don't miss importing meetings, which is what you did. You don't misappropriate funds. I'm not going to say he misappropriated funds because he didn't like commit fraud or something. But what he did was he overspent in some areas where people were just like, "Why are you doing that?" So he paid 70 mil for Porzingis. It's Porzingis. He paid 70 mil for Porzingis. He paid a ridiculous amount for go away. He paid he he was just kids, man. He was just overpaying, and it just wasn't working. Some people are like, "Yeah, we got Porzingis," but it's like, 70 mil. And then his biggest mistake to me was when he acquired Mr. Glass, is what I call him, Derrick Rose. And let me backtrack on that. Getting Derrick Rose wasn't the problem, but getting him at the price he paid was the problem. If you were going to get Derrick Rose, you shouldn't have got Derrick Rose and thought he was going to be one of your big three, because it's the trifecta seems to be what's in. I wouldn't have never done that. If I would have got Derrick Rose, I would have got him just for somebody coming off the bench. I'm gonna tell you right now, he would have been my fifth or sixth man. He would have been my sixth or seventh man, excuse me. And that's not because of his skills. That's simply because he's just not there. If you look at the history of Derrick Rose, you'd be like, yeah, he was MVP. Dude is dope. He can play when he's there. But then when you look at how he milked the hell out of Chicago and just wouldn't show up, and people are like, are you going to play or not? And then you go pay top dollar for somebody like that? Wait, what? Wait, why? You could have you could have traded probably three other good players for him. See, that's bad. That's bad. Don't do that. Anyway, so I guess he was screwing up enough that where people were just like, he's out of here. But, according to some people, he wasn't too terrible. He has some health issues at 71 years old, where he just wasn't there. And, and I wouldn't have never went and got somebody at that age. It just would not have happened. I'd have been like, I'm good on that. Bro, you go ahead and chill. Go play golf. You know what I'm saying? Go hang out with the wife and kids and grandkids and great grandkids. You know what I mean? That's what I'd have told him to do. I'd have been like, nah, we're not about to pay you top dollar, and you only gonna be here a third of the time you need to be here, which is pretty much what happened. So there's, and that's you guys' fault in New York because you wanted somebody to bring some type of status to your team, and you got that. You got somebody who played, and I tell people all the time, just because somebody played basketball doesn't mean that they are a good manager. Just because they played one part of the game doesn't mean they know all parts of the game. And he clearly to me does not know all parts of the game. More kids. Can't have kids in the. Hello. He clearly does not know all points and all to me. Because if he was, he'd be a good manager. He wouldn't have talked to Carmelo like he does. Hey, hey. He wouldn't be, talking to people like that. He would be a good people person. You know what I'm saying? And so, I heard the Stephen A. Smith comparison to him and the guy who just got fired from Cleveland, which will probably happen. You guys from New York, you might be happy if you get old boy from Cleveland, and get that dude. I forgot what his name was. Anyways, so he seems to be more a people person because he's always on hand. I don't think he's ever played professional basketball. I could be wrong, but I don't think he has. He'll probably bring his assistant with him because this is, his dude, right hand dude, which is pretty much makes sense. You have somebody who's been somewhere in the top either one or two places within the last, 5 years? You know what I'm saying? They've gone to the championship that many times. I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but pretty much a lot. They won one championship. They've been there for at least the last 3 years that I know. Hey, on top of the game. So what are you going to do? I mean, look, I'm going to tell you something. It don't seem like an accident to me. I tell you guys, follow the money all the time. I don't know all the numbers like Stephen A. and all those other guys. I don't really care about that. I think the whole thing is fixed anyway, just so you can be fixated on it. Paul George is getting paid how much money, Supreme? $230 million for it? No, you will not get me to sit down and watch that game. I'm not doing it. 230 million. Some fifth world countries don't have that much money. Listen, some third world countries struggle to have that much money. You tell me one basketball player is running around with a contract that's worth more than a damn country? Are you kidding me? And I'm gonna sit and watch that? I'm good. You know what 230 mil would do to some of these countries? I'm just saying. No, I'm not. It's just gross to me. It's just ridiculously gross to me. I'm not doing that. It just sickens me to even hear that. But nonetheless, thank you, Supreme, for your information. And I did not know you were from New York. Supreme, we could have met up downtown. Big dog. I told y'all I travel every now and then. But nonetheless, ain't nobody want to hook up and have a burger with me. I'm in my feelings about that. But my feelings. It's all good. I don't know when the next time I'm traveling. This job seems to be a little, I don't know. But if I do get out somewhere, I'll give you guys my schedule, let you know where I'm going. But anyways, back to Phil. Phil, you guys ever watch Animals on HBO? Phil is one of the main characters. Speaking of HBO, Game of Thrones. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. Well, not big. I'm not nutso like some of these people who have a Game of Thrones party. But when it comes on, don't call me. Don't bug me. I'm not answering your YouTube questions. That 1 hour show, the Game of Thrones is fixed. But that is one show where I need to fix my big screen TV. Oh my God, I got a big 64-inch. It's broken. I found it out in the yard. Probably cost me about $200 to fix. I'll show it to you guys. This thing is huge. My brother has 2 of these joints in his crib. classy. Where we at? Right here? Look at that. See that? Yeah! I was gonna sell it, but I think I'm gonna keep it. Because watching Game of Thrones on that is gonna be real. Anyways, back to Phil. So yeah, so I mean, it's your fault. You guys got somebody popular. You guys should get that guy from Cleveland, or get some no name. Get somebody who's never played a game of basketball. You know, get somebody who's never played a game of basketball, but knows how to talk to people. You know, get out there and shake people's hands. Not a prima donna. See, some of these people that are in the game are not in the game. They're there, but their head's not there. I tell you, I think is going to make a good manager is Magic. I think Magic is not only in the game, like listen, I think Magic like is basketball. Like that dude, like Magic Johnson is such an entity when it comes to the game that he's such into the people. I just think he's just like one with the game, like the way his mind thinks. Plus, he's a very, very, very successful businessman. And I think that's what you need. You need somebody who looks at the game, at that part of the game, as a business. Because that's exactly what it is. You're handling millions and millions of dollars. You're handling people's lives. I mean, you know, and let's cut it out with the Melo going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Or let's cut it out with the LeBron leaving Cleveland to go to, not this year, not this upcoming season. No, maybe next season. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so that's out. But yeah, so I mean, if you guys get a hold of somebody who thinks and acts like Magic, loves the people, loves the game, played the game, that's cool. But don't go out and get somebody who played the game. Like that's not a prerequisite. You know, see if you can spend all that money and get that dude from uptown, from Cleveland. It'll be worth your money. And instead of looking for your like, instead of looking to get, listen, I would trade Joakim Noah. 75 mil, huge contract. I get rid of him. Listen, you're either a liability or you're an asset. Accounting 101. And Derrick Rose is a huge liability. Huge. And so is not Porzingis, Joakim Noah. Huge liability. 20 games, you're out for 20 games because of an infraction. What was it, drug or something? Yeah, that's what he's out for. And please, upper echelon, please tell me it's fake news. please come at me with it's fake news. It's not real. Because I'll tell you what is real. He's out for 20 games. He's out for 10 games into the next season. And he's already been suspended for 10 games. Listen, if that isn't a liability, nobody is. And look, it's not all on Phil because, you know, New York was terrible before Phil. So, but now that, you know, now that you have this opportunity, now that we found love. That's a melody note. No, that's a harmony. We found love. It's a lower harmony note. Now that we found love. That's a higher harmony note. What is a melody note? Now that we, what are we gonna do? I don't know what the harmony note or the melody note is on that. Now we found love. What are we gonna do with it? Anyways, but now that you have this opportunity, wipe the slate clean. I think you guys need to throw away the trash. You need to trade those players. Here's the bad part about it. You might have to eat millions of dollars just to get rid of them. I'm gonna tell you that's exactly what's gonna happen with Derrick Rose. You're going to eat New York, New York, go shot New York. You're gonna eat that. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat Derrick Rose's contract. You're gonna eat millions of dollars, and it's gonna hurt. Let me make my last point, which is, like I said, don't look to get into anything worth talking. Maybe first round of playoffs. Look, I think you get in the first round of playoffs in about 5 years, and that's just the truth. I think 5 years from now, you guys can get in the first round of playoffs and make it past there. So the second round of the playoffs. I think in about 7 years, you guys might be a threat to the big show. But that's how long it's going to take you to clean house. Because if you don't eat those contracts, you got to wait them out. Those are 2-3 year contracts. Some of them are longer than that. You're going to have to wait some of those contracts out with some of those terrible, they're not terrible players, but they're terrible for the team. They're liabilities for the team. You're going to have to, man, it's a beautiful day out here. The Lord is blessing, isn't he? He is always blessing. But, you're going to have to eat that. One way or another, your team is going to suck for at least the next 3 years. Not unless a miracle happens. A miracle in the trade. Oh, you know what? Sucking might not be the worst thing in the world. Fool around and get a first round draft pick. Hell, you fool around and line up and not get a first round draft pick, but you'd be able to get a a second and third round draft pick, and then you might be able to do what the Celtics are doing, because they gave up their what was they were first, weren't they first and second or something like that? They gave up their draft picks to, like, for later drafts or something. They did some old funky money type of thing to get a hold of like 3 players. It was pretty sweet, but I don't know the ins and outs of that. But you guys, I mean, it'll sucking right now won't be the worst thing in the world. Because remember when Cleveland sucked about, what, 8 years ago? Now look at them. I'm just saying, if you guys look at the timelines on how to go from sucking to just you're that team, it usually takes about 5 years to weed out all the trash. But it starts with a good general manager. And now that Phil's gone, you guys, like I said, he wasn't the worst, but now that you know what you don't want, don't go and run into that again. Not to mention, when you get somebody as popular as Phil Jackson, everybody's looking at what he does, because you expect him to be this magician and bring your sucky team back from the dead. And then you make some moves and people are like, boo, we hate that move. It's like, you're going to hate whatever they do because you're human, and you're dealing with humans and you can't fully control them. You can only hope they turn out to be what you paid for, and when they're not, all the onus is not on them, it's on you. It's on the manager. It's on you did this. You told Derrick Rose to go sit out for the next 2 seasons and still get paid a colossal amount of money. That was you, Phil. That's on you. You should have saw that coming. How? Well, when it comes to Derrick Rose, you might have saw it coming. No way I would have picked Derrick Rose. Anyway, it's your boy Tone 202. Now that we found love, that's the melody note. What are we gonna do with it? Boom.